Most people think they're doing okay financially, but they're secretly losing out on over $5,000 every single year through habits that feel normal. And in this video, I wanted to cover 7 of the biggest money traps keeping you from being financially stable or even more financially stable than you currently are. Out of the 7 things I plan on covering in this video, if you can fix even 2 of them, you could save thousands a year without making more money, just simply by making these cuts to 2 of these 7 things and save a couple $1,000s. So number 1 is going to be food delivery tax. I'm sure a lot of you or some of you like to order food, Uber Eats, DoorDash, whatever the case is. But, now, prices are nuts right now. A $15 meal becomes $26, $28 after you add on your fees, your tip, your markup for the delivery transaction there. You could look at annual loss of over $1,200. So I would say a potential fix for that, or a way to reduce those costs on this specific situation is just, instead of ordering, 3, 4, 5 times a week, reduce it down to 2, or just reduce 2. So 2 less orders a week, 2 fewer orders a week could definitely save you some money there. Number 2 is going to be subscription creep. Whether this is, you got Netflix for the new show that's coming out, you have Spotify because you got to listen to something on your way to work. You don't want to listen to the FM radio. You got cloud storage to back up your photos or precious videos or from the past, apps, forgotten trials, whatever the case is, add, etc. streaming service. You're looking at, an annual loss of, $600 to up to $1,000, possibly even more, always a little less if possible. And, I would say one of the biggest fixes here is, pick 1 or 2 streaming services that you can't live without. And just stick with those. You don't need Netflix, Hulu, Disney, HBO, Amazon, Peacock. I'm sure there's probably plenty of other ones out there, Apple TV, whatever. So pick a couple, stick with those. Or if it comes to a situation where you've watched everything on one, maybe cancel that and switch to another one if a deal's possible. Number 3, car overpaying. I was a victim of this. I wouldn't do it again, wouldn't recommend it. Lessons learned, but this is a really good tip for maybe the younger guys out there. Overpaying on cars, whether it's bad loan terms, you taking out a car loan and paying it off in 72 months. When you break it down like that, it doesn't sound too bad, but that's 6 years. That's 6 years of paying off a car, which is absolutely insane. Oversized payment. Maybe you got the car with all the bells and whistles. You got that brand new F-150. It comes with lifted and new tires, so you paid that much more money for it, or just overall unnecessary upgrades. Guys, we're simple creatures, to be honest. We don't need all the bells and whistles. We don't need the heated seats, the chilled seats. Although they're nice, they feel nice, especially when you get into the car wintertime. But it's just a lot of unnecessary headache, unnecessary cost on a monthly basis that I think you can definitely see. You end up wasting, over $1,500 annually on these ridiculous overpriced cars that you're paying for on a monthly basis, and you're stuck in for the next 4, 5, 6 years. So keep that in mind, guys. Car overpaying. Number 4, credit card interest. I think this is one of the dumbest things you can get caught up in. Thankfully, I've never really been in a crazy situation or, really decided to buy myself something really fancy that I couldn't truly afford to pay off. You get into, with credit card interest, you get into that mindset of, hey, I'll just make the minimum payments. Well, minimum payments is, I think mine is like I have to at least pay $40. So I could have spent $3,000 on my card for the month and then only have to pay $40. So then there's $2,960 left on the card for the month. The next month I put another $2,000 on it. Oh, okay, minimum payment's only $40. Now I'm almost in like $6,000 of credit card debt, but it's okay. I'm not getting fees on it yet because I'm technically paying the minimum off. but you just start stacking and stacking the card over weeks, months, and you could be looking at tens of thousands of dollars of credit card debt. So it definitely snowballs really fast, and I can definitely see it getting very scary and definitely scaring some people. So keep that in mind, guys. You know, pay off pay off your card in full every month if you can, but on the same hand there, don't overspend on the credit card. If you guys truly can't afford to pay off something you're going to put on the credit card in that month pay cycle or the next month or two, really ask yourself, do I need this purchase? Do I need to go on this trip? Do I need this new toy? Do I need this new gadget? Do I need this new iPhone? You know, I have the one a couple years old. Oh, well, let me get a new one. I don't think you need it. I definitely don't recommend it. I recommend strongly to stay out of credit card debt. So, I mean, I hope you're enjoying the video so far. I don't think we hit the biggest one yet. I think the biggest one is number 7. So I hope you stay tuned. So as always, you know, back to it. Number 5, impulse convenience buys. I think we're all a little guilty of this. Amazon being the number 1 player here, where if you have Prime, you're guaranteed Prime delivery the next 1 or 2 days. If the product offers it, you get your product in 1 or 2 days, free returns, no questions asked on the return. It's really too good to be true. I find myself doing it a lot. I'll watch a video and be like, wow, I think I need that like right now. Go on Amazon real quick, quick purchase, pick my card, buy it, boom, there we go. Like I'm expected to get it in the next 1 or 2 days. So I definitely can see where a lot of people are coming from, where they just impulse buy a lot of stuff or a lot of gadgets. Whether that's, you know, like I said, Amazon, your quick Target runs, random toys you buy, or you see, like I said, you know, I see something on YouTube and I'm like, wow, you know, I think I could really use that would benefit my life or benefit this channel's growth. Kind of like this mic here, you know, I was like, well, man, I can walk around with this mic, even though I sit in a chair the whole time and talk. But no, yeah, it really the convenience that is put onto the market nowadays and put onto the consumer, it is ridiculous. It's almost like, oh, it's a no-brainer. Why wouldn't I buy? I can get it in 2 days, and it'll help me a little bit. But truly, deep down, if you think about it, or you kind of ponder the purchase idea over a week or two, you start to realize, I really don't need that. Like, it'll be nice, but I truly don't need that. But I mean, it's kind of a catch-22 there. So definitely watch out for the impulse buys. Number 6, insurance laziness. I'll be honest, I don't really do this one that much personally, but I think I have some pretty decent rates. And, you know, maybe for some people who don't, they never shop rates for whether it's car insurance, home insurance if you own one, cell coverage, or your cell plan. Maybe you don't shop around for lower prices, but one thing you should definitely keep in mind or keep a close eye out for is prices slowly increasing. I think that applies to a lot of utilities and especially cell coverage. You'll check your bill and all of a sudden you're like, what the hell? Like, why did my phone bill jump up $50? Or why did my electricity, why was it an extra $200 this month? And, you know, sometimes a simple phone call to your cell carrier or your utility company and be like, hey, I noticed on my bill, you know, it jumped up $100 or $200 or $50 for the cell phone. A lot of the times, they may say, oh, sorry, that was like an error on our system, or oh, good catch. Yeah, I don't know why that additional feature was added to your plan, even though you didn't even have it or you didn't ask for it. Oh, well, sorry, we'll take that off, or they'll offer you a credit to next month's payment bill. Or, you know, if they say, yeah, sorry, we increased prices a little bit, and then you kind of threaten them, like you're not so much threaten someone on the phone, but more so, okay, well, yeah, you know, I wasn't really expecting to pay that much per month, or no, I didn't really expect that price hike. I think I'm going to start shopping elsewhere, but you know, I thank you for your time. They have departments in these big companies, especially cell phone providers, cell phone carriers, where their whole job is to stop you from canceling your membership and you know, taking your business elsewhere. So if you just maybe even passively mention, be like, okay, well, you know, like I said, I wasn't really looking to pay that price on a cell phone a month. I think I'm just gonna have to start looking around at different carriers. they may stop you right there like, "Oh, well, actually, no, we're running a deal right now," or, "Oh, hey, if I cut your bill down for the next 6 months, will you consider staying with us?" They, like I said, they have departments designated to keep you a customer, to whether they gotta throw in a little bit of extra stuff for free for you, or cut your price down. Their whole job is to keep you from going anywhere. So keep that in mind. If you're not really going to shop around for lower rates, just keep that in mind when it comes to checking your monthly bills and seeing if they're trying to price gouge you a little bit. Little food for thought there. And as we've all been waiting for, number 7, I would say the biggest way to lose or waste a lot of money per year is not investing any spare cash you have laying around, or maybe you save some money, after calling your phone carrier, you're able to save that little bit of extra money per year. You can put that money into some sort of investment account instead of leaving that money idle, or taking that $25 you saved at T-Mobile and buying DoorDash again for the fifth time this week. Stop doing that. But even if you look at it where, oh, hey, I can only put an extra $100 away to invest. $100 a month turns into $1,200 a year. Investment wise, if you start calculating that out over the next 20, 30, 40 years, you can definitely see that number putting a big impact on your future investments or your financial well-being. The thing with these small habits that are kind of ingrained in us, or it's so easy to do that we kind of just look past it, is they don't feel dangerous in the moment. Hey, what's $30 to DoorDash a couple meals? I don't have to go out, I don't have to spend gas. What's that extra $30 on my phone bill? It's really not killing me. It's only $30 a month times 12. It's only a couple $100 that I'm burning. I just really don't want to get on the phone with these people. But that's ultimately why they work. That's why these companies put so much of an effort to keep you as a customer, keep you from going to one of their competitors. It works. It works for the majority of people. A lot of people just kind of look past it, and that's how these companies make so much money off us. So I think I'm going to end it here, guys. I will ask you guys a question. Which one of these 7 or multiple hit you the hardest? Which one impacts you the most in your day-to-day life? So feel free to comment below. As always, we'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions there. And, as always, if you want to join me on this financial journey, like I said, guys, this is the lunch table. I appreciate you sticking with me. We just hit 50 subscribers. That's pretty awesome. Definitely a lot slower than I initially imagined, but hey, it is what it is. We're making growth, so can't really complain about that now, can I? So, guys, if you want to stop leaking money and start building wealth like me, feel free to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and as always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Till next time.